And now to the field, it's time for Cumberland Bulldog Baseball.
Tommy Brown, Billy Goodman, and yours truly, Mitch Walters, would like to welcome everyone to the corner of Spring and Tarver at Ernest L. Stockton Field on the campus of Cumberland University for today's doubleheader between your Cumberland University Bulldogs and the Blue Raiders of Lindsey Wilson College. Bulldogs come in with an overall record of 8-5-1, and Lindsey Wilson comes in with a record of 12-5. These are not conference games, folks, even though Lindsey Wilson is in the Mid-South Conference along with us. We are not scheduled to play them in the regular season game. These are just makeup games because of weather issues and both ball clubs losing ball games. Starting pitchers for the Bulldogs today, Game 1, Anthony Gomez, and in Game 2, Jake Collier. Gomez comes in with a 3-0 record and a 0.43 ERA. Anthony hails from Norwalk, California by way of East LA Community College. Standings, very little happened due to the weather this past weekend, folks, in the Mid-South Conference. But current standings, Campbellsville's atop of the conference with a 3-0 record. They're 8-2 overall. Shawnee State tied with Campbellsville, 3-0 record. They're 11-8 overall. Lindsey's 4-1 in the conference and 12-5 overall. Your Bulldogs are 2-1 in the conference, 8-5-1 overall. Bluefield is 2-4, 7-10 overall. Georgetown's 1-2 and 10-8 overall. UV Wise is 1-2. 4-8 overall. Rio Grande's 1-4 in the conference, 10-9 overall. St. Catherine's and Pikeville have yet to play conference games. St. Catherine's 10-6 overall, 5-7 is where Pikeville stands. And the University of Cumberland, they're 0-3 in the conference and 5-7 overall. Today, Circleville Bible College is at Shawnee for a doubleheader. Campbellsville's down in Montgomery playing AUM, and the Lindsey Wilson and CU doubleheader here today. This past weekend, yesterday in the conference, Lindsey took a doubleheader from Rio Grande, scores a 3-1 and 5-4. And Shawnee took a doubleheader from Bluefield, scores of 8-5 and 5-3. Campbellsville, St. Catherine's, St. Xavier, Georgetown, UV Wise, and Pikeville, and your Bulldogs and the University of Cumberland were all canceled due to weather. Tommy?
Mitch, what really gets you on a situation like we went through with the weather is that our trip to the University of the Cumberlands will not be made up. It's just canceled, wiped off the schedule. They're a team that has struggled in their opening conference series. They're 0-3 in the league, and you figure if the Bulldogs go up to Williamsburg and play, you know, maybe they pick up a couple of wins up there, and those are wins that we're not going to be able to get in the conference. So today, bottom line, you just got to get some kids some work. Our team has been up in the building all weekend, and they were working on the field a little bit yesterday. This is their first chance to get out on the field in several days.
Yes, since last Wednesday down at Bryan College when the Bulldogs lost the extra inning ball game down in Dayton, Tennessee. Billy, back at the station, 1 minute break, and we'll be back with the Woody Hunt pregame show.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place, but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort?
Call Bradley's Heating and Air, your local authorized Carrier dealer, 444-7383. That's 444-7383.
You know Coca-Cola has a secret formula full of secret ingredients? So if you've got a giant sandwich, secret ingredient number 25, Budweiser kicks in.
Wow, plus yum.
Whoa! When you grab a Coke on the go, it's secret ingredient number 55, Trip Zipper. Having fun with friends, secret ingredient number 73, Hang Outerator.
Dude, bro.
But what's really great is how they work together. Like if you're with friends,
Dude, bro.
Eating sandwiches, want to speed and train? The secret formula has it all. Coca-Cola. Open happiness.
Had a chance to talk to Woody Hunt, Cumberland University's baseball coach, a little while ago about today's matchup with Lindsey Wilson. Well, I promise I did. Give me a second here. nothing like live radio. And this queued up just fine just a few moments ago. You didn't do a lot over the weekend, but you couldn't do much. You were waiting to find out how your weekend was going to go weather-wise.
Yeah, we were on hold for like 3 days, and I know Cumberland, Kentucky did the best they could to try to get it ready. It just, the weather was too bad, and they couldn't play yesterday, and they wouldn't move the game here, so we were stuck, and we had to cancel our other game with Bethel here because we thought we were going to Cumberland, Kentucky. So our whole weekend was shot, and but today's 2 games we not making up, but adding to our schedule, so we're just 1 game behind our total schedule. But the big thing, we've lost the conference weekend.
With Lindsey Wilson coming in, who's in our conference, on the surface, you might say you're picking up a couple of conference games. That's not the case.
Not the case. They're in our conference, but we don't play them this year in the regular season conference as far as the conference concerned. So we added 2 games. They're going to be on the regular schedule, but not as conference games. So it's both teams need to play, and we're just, basically we're in it to get our work done. And both teams, I think, feel the same way.
I would assume you're going to throw a lot of guys for short spans. You don't want to burn weekend pitchers on a Monday when you're going to have to come back with them in Ohio on Friday and Saturday.
Well, we have to throw some guys that can keep us in the game because they're very good. And Gomez is going to start Saturday, and so is Collier. So they'll start today, and we'll protect their pitch count with the pitch count. And then we have to protect Green because he's going to throw a 9-inning game on Friday, so he'll be in relief a little bit. But the weekends are more important. But today's a big week, day for us too. We got to go out there and show that we can play with a new type of lineup, and we're looking forward to playing. Our guys are really excited about the play. I've been locked in the rooms all weekend practicing inside. We're just ready to go.
You mentioned a new kind of lineup. Anthony Gonzalez, our center fielder, leadoff man, has gone home to California. He's got family issues to tend to. You've got games to play, and you will adapt what you're doing on the field.
Well, Robert felt that he was necessary for him to go home. He's married, he has a kid, and that's an unusual situation to be in college and away from him that way. And it's been on his mind for a couple of weeks, or longer than that, really. And it's not a big surprise to us, but a surprise. Our players were shocked when he decided to go home. He had no choice. So we, so I don't blame him. His family comes first, and he's got to be able to take care of them. And he's gone home now. He will not be back. And so now we just adjust, and we'll rotate Chris Hall and Justin Johnson in center field. They're very capable players. So I think if we get guys overachieving a little bit, we're going to be fine.
What does that do to the leadoff spot in the lineup?
Well, we're going to move Oakland up there, and he's one of our better hitters, just to give him another at-bat in the game. And we're moving Monson into the 3rd hole, and today we're batting Chris Hall in the 2nd hole, to get a little speed in the top of the lineup. And we're just scrambling right now for a 4-hole and a 5th hole hitter. We're trying Seaton in the 4-hole and Harrison in the 5th hole. So we'll see what happens. We don't have a typical 4-hole hitter or 5-hole hitter. We're just going to patch it up the best we can and go from there.
And Hall is a guy that's still kind of slowed a little bit by a shoulder injury.
Well, he's been in and out a lot of the shoulder. He just can't throw. He can throw enough today to play, and we'll see what happens. And we've got to get him healthy now. He's got to get healthy and stay healthy so that we can use him almost every day.
A couple of 7-inning games today. What does it look like the rest of the week? Schedule, weather, that sort of thing.
Tomorrow we go to Fleet Hardeman, and they'll talk to us the other night, and I think we'll play tomorrow at 4 o'clock down there, and then we come back and make a long trip to Portsmouth, Ohio on Thursday afternoon and play them on Friday and Saturday. So we got a busy week, and looks like the weather's going to be okay up there. So, we got a lot to play for this week, and we're ready to go. Our players are really excited about playing, so we just need to get some continuity on the field right now.
Woody, good talking to you, and we will chat after the doubleheader.
Okay, thanks, Tommy.